Old logo, new logo. Hello. Yeah, hey. Yeah, I'm still a
President of Thai Women Network in Europe. I have Senior Superintendent of South Korea Police, Mr. Koyo Choi. I have also Mr. Alan Mack, Members of Parliament here, first Chinese MP here with us today. I also have Mrs. May Parsons, the Deputy Director of Quality and Patient Safety from Buckinghamshire Health and Safety Trust, and also the first person in the world to administer the COVID jab. I have the Met Police Commissioner, Sir Matt Rowley, here with us today, and also the Deputy Assistant Commissioner, Rachel Williams, with us today as well. This is a very important event because...
That's wonderful, isn't it? I'm sorry I can only be with you briefly at the start of your afternoon. What I want to say really reflects not just this association and your 300 plus members, I think, isn't it?
Correct.
Which is fantastic. Why sort of the thing about policing in communities and relations that really, really matters, and why we're doing so much work on culture within the Metropolitan Police. The why matters. I think too often in the public sector we talk about the why being representation, which of course is important, but the real why is about being brilliant at policing. London, I've lived in London 26 years, I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. London is the most extraordinary city, isn't it? It's vibrancy, the mix of cultures, its global connectivity, the range of industries, the sports, the culture, everything new.
Association, and in particular its early days. We have some of our founder members, or the majority of our founder members here, so in the audience, and without their hard work and support, we wouldn't be here today, so thank you very much. Right, when we first established the association, oh, by the way, do you know something? I know you said about 10 or 15 minutes, and we're now running behind, so 5 minutes, fine, we'll catch up. So when we established the association, the history of the Chinese police officers in the Met and the staff was relatively short, dating back to 1979, when the first Chinese policeman, Steve Choi, joined, followed by me in 1981. Yay! So, and the first sergeant, and the, well, and the second Chinese policeman was in my class at training school, surprisingly enough. Anyway, following the publication of the McPherson's inquiry report and subsequent
Chinese Association, when it was first formed some 20 years ago, I joined MPS and went to Hendon Police Training School in October 1979. Some of you perhaps weren't even born. Hands up. I remember the first Monday morning when I put on my police uniform for the first time and walked into a crowded and very noisy canteen. The whole place suddenly went quiet. I guess at that time no one had ever seen a Chinese-looking man wearing a Met police uniform. This lasted only a few minutes, seconds really, but it seemed like ages. And I wish the ground would open up and swallow me. After my training at Hendon, I was told to
inviting me. I'm delighted to be with you all as the Met Police's Chinese and South East Asian Staff Association celebrates your 20th anniversary this weekend. For 20 years you have led the way in ensuring the Met is more representative of the communities that you serve, delivered great cultural awareness and community engagement across our capital city, and of course acted as a source of welfare and support to colleagues within the Met for so many years. So thank you for all that you have done. As you've heard earlier, when the association was founded, there were 12 members. In 2004, Today there are over 300 members from a wide range of East and Southeast Asian backgrounds. And you should all be very proud of that impressive growth, of the role that you play within the Met, and the role that you play representing the Met in the community and in the country. But it should come as no surprise that you have achieved so much, or that the Chinese and Southeast Asian officers and police staff
hold a significance. Around the age of 20, we not only gain legal rights, but also acquire duties and responsibilities. It's a transition from childhood to adulthood. Celebrating the 20th anniversary of this group means that it has now matured and is ready to take on even more important responsibilities. Once again, congratulations, and I look forward to your continued contribution to London and the Met. Good morning. I now introduce the KMPA through a short video. Please take a moment to watch.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I extend my warmest congratulations to the noble women and men of the Chinese and Southeast Asian Staff Association of the Metropolitan Police as you celebrate 20 years of committed service and dedication. As my country's representative to the UK, I take pride in the Embassy's work of promoting the Philippines' interests in the United Kingdom. We are guided by the three pillars of our foreign policy, which includes safeguarding national security and advancing economic security and development. But what sets Philippine foreign policy somewhat apart from those of other countries is our third pillar of protecting and promoting the welfare and interests of our overseas Filipinos, which we refer to as assistance to nationals, or simply ATM, idem sonans, the cash register. We spare no expense to protect them from harm. While some countries subsume this concern under the overarching theme of consular services, the Philippines deemed it necessary best to highlight this aspect of our foreign policy in view of the country's ever-growing global diaspora. Prior to becoming the Philippine ambassador to the United Kingdom, I had the privilege of becoming the Philippine Secretary of Foreign Affairs. It was during my term as secretary that we had to overcome the challenges brought about by a pandemic. Although heavily challenged and constrained, we prevailed and continuously provided support to our fellow countrymen and ensured their welfare, despite health and safety.
In December 2020, during one of the darkest moments of the pandemic, I had the honor of delivering the world's first COVID-19 vaccine outside of clinical trials to Margaret Keenan. That moment, both personally and professionally, was one that I had long anticipated. It was a beacon of hope during a time of unprecedented uncertainty. I came to the UK 21 years ago. I also started 5 years old. Seeking not only a better career opportunities, but also personal growth and a place to call my own in a world that often felt overwhelming. Like many of my fellow Filipino nurses, I arrived with dreams and aspirations, ready to build a brighter future. However, the transition wasn't easy.
I'm sure for the last 9 years. Not quite broken VJ's record yet. I'm not really sure whether I want to break that record. You can keep that one, really, on that level. But I've been really reflecting on some of the things that I've heard prior to today. Obviously, when we all started organising this event, Kitty said to me, "Do you know what? When we actually organised the inauguration event for this Staff Support Association," she said there were only 2 tables. There were one table with 4 people, and there were basically a table of Met HR colleagues there. And to today, 20 years, almost 20 years, because our actual 20th anniversary is actually tomorrow. But no one is coming tomorrow, so I have to do it today. It is a really, for me, it's a really joyful moment. It's a really proud moment to see so many of you here today. I would have loved to have more, but unfortunately, due to health and safety, I can only take 85 in today. And I think from which Li Jian has also alluded to as well, I think when we first met as a group, health officers coming back really closely from the point of they want to hand in their warrant card or papers to say, actually, I really want to just give this job another crack at it because it's really worthwhile, it is really rewarding. Really just want to talk about what you all do here today. The Staff Support Association also has come a long way from 25 years ago. I have colleagues from BPA who can tell me that right at the back about all the contributions and how it was initially set up to nowadays. Our vision is very simple. It is about adding value. How do we add value to policing, to our communities in London? From our local policing, which again Li Jian Steve alluded to, community engagement. Community is our first. We go out, we celebrate key events, festivals with them. We utilize that opportunity to recruit our next generation of police officers, staff or volunteers. We want to utilize that opportunities to build trust with them and hopes that, we build that confidence so that they would like to share information with us, obviously not their phone numbers, but they want to come and report crimes. They want to share, if there's any community concerns, they come forward to. Again, really also quite proud to say that, that's just one aspect of local policing. I've got a colleague here who can say to me right there at the back, who basically was deployed fast time to help the kidnap unit to recover a hostage safely. That is, and again, other good example here, including obviously deploying Mandarin-speaking SOET to support our Chinese victim who has been a victim of serious sexual offences. So these are some of the events that the things that we do contributing to the wider policing. Or again, I will also here highlight Yana here, who is with us, as well as Yana and Yvonne, who supported MO6 in terms of the South Korean state visit. So it's really important that we not only just support local policing, but we do also support international policing from the very heart of London. I think everybody, quite a few of you, has touched on the COVID-19. I think COVID-19 is something that no one has quite come across. So by the end of the event, I'm proud to say that I will not have to spell out my entire Staff Support Association name in full again. I swear to God, if I was to extend this event any longer, I could just, literally recite every word. So it was a really tough decision, but I think it was listening to feedback to members from events that we still do at Hendon, the recruitment marketplace. People think, right, but why? But I'm not Chinese, but I'm Asian. Can I join the Staff Support Association? Of course you can join the Staff Support Association. And what is really important is the fact that we must also evolve with our community. The change in our demographic, the change in the sense of the communities in London. And as such, obviously, with much collective effort, obviously it was a democratic process. Of course, I did not, just because I was chair, I did not just name the name, pick the name out of the hat. Collectively, we have all chosen the name as the Asia Pacific Staff Support Association. Thank goodness, it's a much cheaper name. So this is our aspirations for the future going forward. It's the fact that work remain ongoing in terms of extending our effort, reaching out to other East and Southeast Asian communities. And I am so privileged and honored to have lots of new colleagues here who are here with us today to basically join in this effort to ensuring that we reach out to as many East and Southeast Asian communities as possible. And two final bits, and you can rush this out. Last but not least, I really just want to say thank you to a couple of colleagues here. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Ray Van and to Beta. Where are they?
It's the truth. Clap along if you know. Clap you. Happiness. Like down a loop. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is for you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like that happiness is the truth. If you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Be done happy.
Come along, your parcel.
You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, the body just don't get it till there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but sex is always better when there's feelings involved. And what they say is, nothing is right, then what makes love exception? So why not happy here?
Yep.
Today after outing, the first time I got not bad. ASA stop the same.